Hey, welcome to a new video where we are going to see how to create consistent characters for videos. Yeah, not just creating a consistent character where we can create then an image or two images or three or four or five or whatever. We are going to learn how to create these consistent characters and then how we can use them in our own videos without having to do a lot of work. So I'm going to show you it with one tool, as videotok.app, and in that tool you are going to see that it's super easy and it's much easier than other ways that you could see. Like, which are the problems with consistent characters? So right now, when we want to have the same character, for example, this duck inside every scene in our video, we have to prompt it. So we have to give instruction to the AI like, okay, this is a duck. The duck is doing this, is inside of a milk shop, it's doing that, and then that becomes an image. But then if we have to do another instruction, like for example, the same duck that does this and now is inside a store selling coffee, then we are going to have an image that is going to be completely different. Because if we just say the same duck, the AI is not going to understand what is the same duck because its instruction is completely independent. If, for example, we give like a model that does image to image, like for example, we have an image of a duck here, and then we say, okay, I'm going to use a Flux model, for example, or a Midjourney model that I can introduce this image. And from this image, I give an instruction, a duck inside a store that is doing something. Then what the AI is going to do is it's going to look to the image that we provided and do something similar but not the same. So it's not going to be valid for us. We are looking to create consistent characters that in every scene of the video is exactly the same. Doing an image to image is not going to work really well for us. And how we can do it? I'm going to show it to you super quick during this video, so don't worry, we are going to go into that. There are several ways to do consistent characters. So the first one probably is just training our own model. So our own model is going to be the best thing we can do to have a consistent character. How we can do this? So we can go to pages to train our own model. So we have to give like between 8-12 images of the same person, of the same character, and then the AI trains it, and then we can download that model and use it in several places. But that's quite complex. And also how we can do like 8-10 images of the same character if that character doesn't exist. So for example, I want to do this duck. How can I get 8, 12, 15, 20 images that the model needs just to create this if this character doesn't exist? So this is quite complicated. There are several ways. So one way of doing this is learning Comfy UI. So we can learn Comfy UI, but that's quite complex. If we are newbies to the AI world and to the AI images, this can be quite complex to start and to learn it. And also it's going to require a lot of work for us. Like for example, imagine that you need 10 hours just to learn Comfy UI. Then after that, then you need to train the model. And you have to pay to train the model in the different servers that exist. And then you have to create the images individually to create all these videos. And then you have to animate those images and everything. And that can be quite time consuming. And if we just want to spend like 10 minutes a day creating a new video to our YouTube channel, or 5 minutes a day, or 1 minute a day, depending on how much work you want to put. This can be super time consuming, super complex, and at the end we are going to leave it and not do it. So I'm going to show you how you can do it without having to do all of these things and making it super easier. So for example, what would be consistent characters? In this example video, I want to show you that we can try to have consistent characters, but it's not quite consistent. For example, in this scene here, we have the duck. I'm going to put it a little bit of volume. And then here we have another duck. So we have different scenes. For example, in this one, we have the duck that is like this. If I move the video to the next scene, the duck, it's similar, but is not the same. So here, the duck is quite a little bit different. So here is a bit more fat. He is a little bit smaller also. So it's not exactly the same as the previous duck. Why is happening this? Because here, probably, the person that has created this video has said, okay, a duck that it's inside a store selling milk or whatever, and then has created a new completely image saying the duck is running with a milk box, but that isn't working because then in each image, probably it's going to be similar, but it's not going to be the same character. And then if I move to other places here, I can see that, for example, now the duck is a little bit more different because it has more hair. So probably here what is doing is an image to image, trying to recreate the image, but that doesn't work. We need to have our own model, our own complete character trained from zero. And if you want to see the difference, for example, if I go to another video, here we have a cat. If I come to the first scene, this is the cat. If I come to the second, this is the cat. If I come to another scene where the cat is, here we have it. And every time we can see that it's the same character. So the cat wears the same clothing, wears the same pants, and has the same aspect and the same face and everything. And how we can do this? How we can achieve this, that having always the same cat? I'm going to show you how to do it with videotok.app. So first I'm going to log out so you can see the homepage. So this is videotok.app. This is an AI tool that you can use to create faceless videos or ads, even if you want to have like this kind of product demos or AI avatars, like for example here that the avatar is moving and maybe the avatar talks, or maybe we want to create animated videos, or also with real images from scenes and everything. Videotok.app lets to do all of that. But we're going to learn how to create those consistent characters. So to do that, I'm going to sign in and I'm going to go inside the tool. And now here I'm inside the tool, and here I have like different possibilities that I can do. Like for example, creating faceless videos. That's what I'm going to show you. So how we can do YouTube automation creating those faceless videos, but then we can do also UGC videos or talking avatars. And then we have different tools like creating our custom characters. That's what I'm going to use. And also we can create our own brands and clone our own voice. This is super useful also to have always the same voice, having my real voice in the videos, or creating my brand. This, how it works is, for example, I can give like 5 to 10 scripts of video scripts that I have, so that every time I create a faceless video, it's going to use my example scripts I provided in my own brand, and then the AI is going to replicate that style. So I always have in my videos the same style of scripts and knows how to do them. So this is super useful also if you want to be consistent in your style. But then for me, the best thing is having these custom characters. I have to mention that videotok is paying, but I have a deal for you. So if you come to this YouTube video and then you scroll down to the video and leave a comment here, it would be super useful for me because I know that you want to learn about these things and you like the video. But then also, if you leave a comment here in the video and then you click on publish, you can send me a screenshot of the comment, or you can send me a link to the comment and you can send it to me inside videotok here at the bottom. So here at the bottom, there is a chat that you can open. And if you send me the screenshot of the YouTube comment that you have done, so here is my YouTube comment, and then you add the screenshot or the link to that comment, I'm going to give you a special discount. So I will give you a discount that it's only for you if you have done that comment. So if you have done the comment inside the video, I'm going to offer you that discount. So you can expect a good discount that it's going to be annually. So it's not only for 1 or 2 months, but you have to leave that comment. So if you want that discount, you know how to do it. You can find the chat here below and you can test the tool. But how we can create those characters? So it's super easy. We are going just to create custom characters here. We click there, and here at the beginning, you will see something like this: create your character and how to create good characters. So you have an explanation of how it works to create these characters, and then here we have all the info. For example, I created this character. Once you start having characters, you can see them here at the top. For example, I created this cat, and what happens is that then when I go to the faceless videos, I can select my character, and then I can have this cat in every scene of my video, or we can edit it. I'm going to show you how to create those videos also. But how we can do it? Super easy, super quick. For example, let's say I want to create a character that it's an animated character or a fake character, but I don't have the image. What I would do is first give a name to that character. It can be invented or it can be real. But it's better, like, for example, if you are doing a cat or you are doing an animal, a dog or something, it's better to add a fake name. Why? Because if I name my character dog, probably the AI can confuse this word with another dog. So, for example, if I want to create dog, for me a good name would be dog B, for example. So this is completely fake, and the AI doesn't associate this with a dog or doesn't associate it with a tiger. So it's better just to have a fake name that it's associated with our animal. For example, I wanted to create a cat, and instead of naming it cat, I name it Catero. So we can do those things. For example, now I'm going to do a Pixar style character. So I'm going to call it P, and then I want it to be a penguin. So P Gu, it's going to be the name, and then I'm going to add 2 letters more, Pinguer. So it's going to be Pinguer, like this. So this is going to be the name, Pixar, and then here I have to add a description, a Pixar penguin with red skin. Like doing super special, here is just a short description showing what it is, a Pixar penguin with red skin. But then I have to upload my images. The tool says that I have to upload 12 to 14 images for the best results, but I can work also with 4 to 12. I don't have those images. If I go to create one by one each image, my character is going to be completely different, and we have to have same identical character in every image. For example, here at the bottom we can see some examples. So to train a good model, always the face, always the body has to be exactly the same. That doesn't work if I create AI images completely random, or for a real person I need that every time is the same person in different situations and in different poses, in different expressions and everything. So I can go to create those images, but here inside videotok we have an option that is do not have images, create them here. So I'm going to click there and I'm going to describe my character. So I'm just going to paste a Pixar penguin with red skin. And here I'm going to change Pixar style, so I give a little bit more information, and then I generate the images. Now videotok is generating the images for me. Not just one image, it's going to generate 4 images, so I can train my own model without having to create different images that I'm not going to be able to achieve. So here, for example, I have a penguin in different expressions, different poses. So this could work, but I want it with red skin. So I'm going to generate again, because I don't really like the images that have been created now. So I can test different times to have like different styles, different images until I get what I like more. So now here I have a penguin that is red and in different poses, different expressions. I really like it. So I'm going to click on accept. And now videotok is going to divide this image into 4 places. So I can have 4 images to train the model. So here now I can see that all these images have been downloaded. And what I could do is open my Finder. Here I have like different images. I can select all of them. So I have to select all of them and drag and drop inside the upload images. Now you can see that I have 4 images selected. I have the quality high or ultra. High is good enough for me. And I'm going to click on create character. Now the character is being created. I don't have to leave the page yet. So that's how the process works. And once it starts to create, here it finishes and it says generating character. And I can see here at the top of the page that it's generating. But I can create more characters. So for example, each creation, each training, it depends on the model that you select, if high or ultra. It can be like between 5 to 15 minutes, depending on the servers. And in 5 to 15 minutes, our character could be created. But I'm going to create another one. So here it still says generating. I'm going to create now a real person. Like for example, if I want to create videos about a real personality like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Max Verstappen, etc., then what I could do is I would come to Google and here I could search for Michael Jordan, for example. I could come to images and download those images where I can see the face clearly. So for example, this image wouldn't work. So this is not really good. This one could work, this one would work, this one would work, this wouldn't work, because here the AI cannot find the person really well and is not going to be able to train it. This one would work, this one would work, this one wouldn't work, this one wouldn't work for us. Here, this one would work, this could work, and this wouldn't work. So we have to see clearly the person and not really far away of the image or doing something super strange. But we can have, like here, we have different tips on how to create those characters. Then I would download all those images and I have to upload them here in the upload images or zip. The problem when we upload the images here is that we need to have all the images in the same format. So I recommend GPJ. So this could be a good model, or PNG. So we have to have the images in one of these formats. When we download them, for example, it could happen, so I come here, it could happen that some of the images are in WebP format or are in another format, like for example WebP. If I want to have all my images in the same format, what I have to do is I would go to Google and search WebP to JPJ. And then I would click here, I would upload the images that are in WebP and download them in JPJ. Or same, we can search for PNG to JPJ. And once we have all the images, I can drag and drop them. So for example, here I have a lot of images from Fernando Alonso. So here I have different images of the face, different sizes, different resolutions. So we can have like different expressions and emotions. I can select all of them, drag and drop inside here, and then I can see that 14 images have been selected. So here I would click for Fernando Alonso all together, and then here I would do a short description. So Fernando Alonso F1 driver. That's it for me. And then I can create the character. So here I would click on the model to create my own character, would start to work. We have to wait until the creating has finished. And then here at the top of the page again, we can see that the model is being generated. So here, for example, the penguin has been generated while we created the new Fernando Alonso character, and then we can use this. So I would come to create and I start creating my videos with consistent characters. That's super cool. I would click here on create faceless video, and then here we can see different options. So in between the options, we have the first option is to give a script to the video. So we can have our own script or let the AI write the script for us. So here we add an instruction and the AI is going to write the script for us. We can select our personal brand. So to have the same style of the scripts in every video, we can select the aspect ratio, and we can select the duration, and we can select use custom character. If I click on use custom character, then I have select a character, I can click on it, and here I have my different characters. So Penguin, Catero, Fernando Alonso. For example, I'm going to use Penguin. I have my character selected, then I can select on the language, English. Here I can select between different voices. So for example,
Hey, welcome to videotok.
Hey, welcome to
Hey, welcome to videotok.
Hey, welcome to videotok.
So here we have like different voices that we can use in our videos.
Hey, welcome to videotok.
I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to add an instruction to create the script. We can add a reference URL. For example, if we find a URL with a new, or we find a URL with some story or something, we can add it here, and the AI is going to use that website to create the script for us. Or we can introduce a YouTube video. So if we have a video that we like, we can provide a YouTube video reference. But the YouTube video reference to work, we have to make sure that the video we select has subtitles. So if the video doesn't have the subtitles activated, this YouTube reference is not going to work. So we have to make sure that the video we add has the subtitles. Like here I'm going to add instruction. Penguin story for kids about traveling the world and seeing different monuments. So here we have the instruction. I'm going to change the duration to 30 seconds to the super quick, a vertical video about it, and then I'm going to generate the video. Now videotok is going to start to work, and the first thing that it's going to give me is the script. So once I have this script, I can check it and modify it. So here, for example, now I have my script. So I have the review script. I can zoom in here and do it quick, longer, do it shorter, change anything. Meet penguin, adventurous penguin with a big dream to travel the world and discover history. One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments, from the majestic Eiffel Tower to Athens. Every stop with him. Okay, so this is super quick, super fast, but I'm going to add penguin arrives to Rome and saw the Colosseum. So I can modify it, and then he moved to the south of Italy to see Naples and found a little sick. But before advancing, before telling you more, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and in the next video I will tell you the secret. So we can modify the script, change everything we want, and then I can click on next, and videotok is going to give me now the storyboard. This storyboard are going to be all the image prompts, all the images that are going to be added to the video. So here I have 1 prompt, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we have to do? Check the image prompts. So we can trust the AI and the system and videotok and just click on create video, and then videotok will start to create in the video without us having to do anything else. But what I could do is I would try to check these prompts and see if it's what we want. So for example, here it says pixel style penguin with red skin named Penguin. Here, instead of with red skin, I will say penguin, red skin penguin that is in his room, ice room, with a book about traveling in his hands or something like this. So we can modify the prompts. So here everyone says with the pixel penguin with red skin. So here we have like different prompts. We can modify them, change them and everything. And once, okay, I really like this style, then I can click on create video. And then videotok is going to start creating the video. So I can see it here at the top, generating your video. Then we can use other things. So while our video is being created, I'm going to come here to characters, check if Fernando Alonso, for example, character has been created. So processing files for Fernando Alonso. Let's check if it's created already. And once it's created, I'm going to create another video about this character. So yeah, it's ready to use. I can come here to Faceless videos. And this one I'm going to do it in another language. For example, in Spanish, if I'm creating a video in other languages. So for example, tiene scenes, not, but I'm going to write it in Spanish, but tiene scenes about Fernando Alonso, but he's signing with other Formula One brands. What could happen? So we can create like a fake story of what could happen if Fernando Alonso could sign with other brands. And then the AI, I can select custom character, select a character, I can select Fernando Alonso, and then the duration is going to be auto. And then the voice Spanish, here make sure to select Spanish, and then I'm going to let the AI create this for me. So what it's going to do is like creating a fake story of what would happen if Fernando Alonso would have signed with other Formula One teams. So the AI then can create this story with the same character signing with the different teams. So here I have different things. I'm going to remove every place that it says escena number, so a scene number. So because this one it's going to be also narrated by the AI. So if we have escena something or a scene something or something here, this is going also to be narrated by the AI. So we have to modify the script just to make sure that the AI narrates what we want. So we can modify the full script and make sure that everything works fine. So it's what we like, it's what we want also. And we have like different things. So here, for example, I can modify my script. I really like this. I'm going to click on next. And then again, videotok is going to generate the storyboard for me. So all the images that are going to be inside my video. And then it's going to use that custom character to create the video. And this is super, super useful. So here we have the different things. We have to make sure that in every prompt our character is being set. So for example, this is Fernando Alonso. So I have to make sure that modifying these things works for me. So for example, for the here I'm going to see, okay, he's wearing once we like it, we click on create video, and then it's generating again. So now we can check our video about the red penguin that we created and see how the video looks. So here, great, it has loaded, and then we can see our character that we created with the book that we said that he has to wear. So we have the full video here ready to check it. At the beginning, it can take some time to load, but here we have in different situations, in different scenes. So here, for example, is with the Eiffel Tower, and then here it's in Rome, inside the Colosseum. Here still is in Rome. Here it's in Naples, so we can see the sea and everything. Then he meets another penguin that is quite similar to him. And here we have the first scene, and then here we have the penguin telling us to subscribe. So here we have our consistent character, and if we look into the video, so I'm going to do it a bit quicker, like 1.5 or 1.2, so we can check it better. Then we can change also the letters that appear in our video, but let's check it, how it looks when videotok gives us the video.
The adverse penguin with a big dream to travel the world and discover history. One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments. From the majestic Eiffel Tower to ancient pyramids. Penguin arrived to Rome and saw the Colosseum, then he moved to the south of Italy to see Naples and found a little secret. But before telling you more, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and in the next video, I will tell you the secret.
So this is awesome. So here we have our first video with the same character in every scene, and we can modify it super quick. Like for example, imagine you want some backgrounds in the scene. So for example, here we have some colors, some images, some things. For example, let's add the black background. So here I have a background, and then I want to change the layout of the images. So I can click here on back layout. I can click on minibar frame or original size or two different ones, and I can have, so here with a frame, and then here with the original size. So here we can have like different styles. I can add transitions super fast, like for example, film burn or slide blur to every image. And then, so here we have all the transitions added super fast to the video. And then when we watch it, we can change it. So I can change here something, like for example, it's a penguin story. So I'm going to add white text over this background. Yeah. And then I'm going to modify how many words to show every time to 4. So here we can change also the position. So here, for example, a little bit down. I can add some music to the video. So it could be like anime one for me. Let's check some audios. Great. So, and then to select it is just clicking on the audio. So here now we have the audio. I'm going to add a little bit more volume. Here we can modify the script or select another voice to reduce. Here we can add some effects to the video. So for example, adding a gush just at the beginning. And then here on the Foley, we have more effects, and here on the ambient also. I'm going to click on here. We can have like different ones. This is a little bit too much, but for example, here we have like different things. In the Foley, for example, I have an iPhone camera, a pencil writing. So here there is a pencil that is writing, like imagine like a pencil over a story and everything, a full iPhone camera. So here, for example, when changing to the Eiffel Tower, or here when we move to Rome, we can add the iPhone camera also. So we have that sound. And then we have this publish, where we can click on YouTube, for example, if it's for YouTube, and it's going to give us directly the title, the description, and the hashtags that we can copy and paste to publish on YouTube. So here I can copy the hashtags, go to YouTube and paste them super quick. But let's see how the video looks with the transitions, with the effects and everything.
The adventurous penguin with a big dream to travel the world and discover history. One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments. From the majestic Eiffel Tower to ancient pyramids. Penguin arrived to Rome and saw the Colosseum, then he moved to the south of Italy to see Naples and found a little secret. But before telling you more, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and in the next video, I will tell you the secret.
Perfect. So once we like it, we can click on export, render our video, and now once the process arrives to the 100%, we can download it, go to YouTube and publish it, and just paste the title, the description, the summary, and everything that it generated. Or if we want to have it for Reels and TikTok, we can do the same. Click here on generate, and we would have a little description to use and some hashtags to use. If I come to the dashboard, So I'm going to open it in another tab while my video is being rendered. I can collapse this, also expand it. And then here we have some AI images that has created for a story. So I can open the video. And here, for example, I can see Fernando Alonso. If I would do this without a custom character of Fernando Alonso, every time I ask to the AI, okay, create a scene of Fernando Alonso, something, blah, 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 it's not going to do it because the AI is not going to get the faces of real people. So we can check our video super quick again. So I'm going to modify it to have like different scenes, different positions, and let's check the video, how it came from zero.
Alonso siempre sorprendió a la F1, pero ¿qué hubiera pasado si firmara con otros equipos en cada etapa de su carrera? Imagina a Fernando debutando con Red Bull, revolucionando la aerodinámica y dejando a todos boquiabiertos con un estilo agresivo y decisivo. En McLaren, su experiencia se fusionaría con tradición, creando duelos épicos en cada curva. Con Mercedes, su temple se vería potenciado por la innovación técnica, dando origen a estrategias imbatibles en la pista. En Williams, su intensidad llevaría al equipo a una resurrección inesperada, pintando victorias imposibles. Si hubiera elegido Haas, su garra habría impulsado a un equipo emergente a competir con los gigantes. Firmando con Lotus, reviviría el espíritu de antaño, haciendo historia con maniobras llenas de audacia. Con Aston Martin, el glamour y la precisión se mezclarían, convirtiendo cada carrera en un espectáculo. En Alfa Romeo, su habilidad se...
So here we have like different scenes of Fernando Alonso every time with the same face. And we can do something else. So for example, imagine that you don't like an image. So for example, this one. Then we can hover over the image. And here we have different things that we can do, like adding a background, adding a transition, downloading the image. For example, if I click here, it will download the image for me, so I can use it wherever I want, or I can click on edit. If I click on edit, I can search for stock images, stock videos, and GIFs. So for example, I want to add GIFs into my video or everything, I can search for Fernando Alonso and adding here a GIF, and it will add it to the video. Or I can search over my images. So these are the images that I've been using in past videos. So for example, if I search for Fernando Alonso, here I have a lot of images that I've been using in other videos. So we can reuse those images, or we can upload our own image. So if we want to upload an image or a video, we can do it here. We can upscale the image to have a better resolution, or we can add movement to the image. But for example, for the create AI image, here in the image model, I would select custom character, and then in the select character drop-down, I can select Fernando Alonso again. And I can say he wears an Alfa Romeo. So this scene is about Alfa Romeo, the one team 2024, one team suit, and behind him is the Alfa Romeo garage. So we can create new images about it. So I would click on generate. Now the model is generating the image, and once the image is generated, we can download it. If we don't like it, we can test it more, so we can create more and more and more images. So every time the AI is going to be a little bit different. So this one, for example, it added the Ferrari suit. I don't like it, so it's confusing a little bit Alfa Romeo with Ferrari. So I'm going to add more things like Alfa Romeo logo, and I can add more information, so white and red. Or we can add more information, so take kick Alfa Romeo, I think that it's the name. So here it's more similar to Alfa Romeo, so we can use that image. Like for example, if we want to have it with more information, so green and black, because this is how the Alfa Romeo wears the clothing in the last season. But I don't know if it's Alfa Romeo or Audi already. But for example, here we can have some information, use the character, so we can get images of Fernando Alonso with that clothing. And then once we have one that we like, we can click on adding, and the image will be replaced in our video. And here, for example, we could see. And we can do more things, like for example, here I have these arrows when I hover over a video, and I can move them. So I can move them here, for example, and here I have a new place. And here, for example, maybe I want to add a GIF. So I hover over it, or here I have now a plus, I can click on it, and then I can upload another image that I create or something. Or imagine I'm going to go back to our video. So here, this video was generated, I'm going to download it. But for example, imagine that here in this first scene, I wanted with some movement. So the first thing that I'm going to do is remove the background. So I'm going to hover over it again, select background, and click on empty. Now I don't have any background. I'm going to remove image movement because image movement here what it means.
Or the adventurous penguin with a big dream to travel the world and discover
Circles that it does. So it does like a little bit of circles and zooming, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click on edit, create to add motion, and here I'm going to give an instruction that says the red penguin smiles, takes the book with the hands and jumps. So here I'm adding an instruction to have some movement into my image. I can click on add motion, and here we can wait a few minutes just to get the motion to the images so we can add movement to the images that we like. I prefer this way of adding the movement to one by one to each image, that instead of just selecting add movement to every image, because maybe of the 12 images that our model generates, there are 2 or 3 images that we don't like. So we can come here to the editor, select those images that we don't like, recreate them with the create AI image until we have one that we really like, and then we can add the motion to every image inside our video. So we can do this, then we have a video with motion also with our custom characters. Right, so now the model has finished. We can see the animation, like here, oh, it takes with the hands, he's talking, oh, I'm super excited and jumps. Great, so this is what I wanted. We can download the motion video, clicking here, and we can use this video for other things, or I can add it to the project. So here I'm adding it. I'm going to move this a little bit. So I'm going to remove the second scene because I want to do it longer. So I hover over it, clicking on delete, and then I can move this to have this, and then I can move this a little bit more. So here, for example, 5 seconds, because the video lasts 5 seconds. So if we look into the video again, we can see the motion and the animation.
adventurous penguin with a big dream to travel the world and discover history. One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments.
Right. So here we have the video.
Meet Penguin, the adventurous penguin with a big dream to travel the world and discover history. One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments.
We can add movement also to other scenes that we like it. So this is super useful for us, and we can create a great video doing this process. If we want to render again the video, we can click here on video ready, click on render full video, and then we can do the process again. I'm going to add motion to all the scenes so we can create our own scene, and let's check how it works. So for example, for these videos, I'm going to remove some scenes that I don't really like them so much, and let's create them. So here, for example, let's start this at the second 5 here. So here, this one at the second 5 until the second 10. So I'm going to give some movement to this image. So clicking here, add motion, penguin, red penguin is moves around surprise, looking to the Eiffel Tower, and add motion. So we can do this process to have like 5-6 images with movement, the ones that we prefer, and then we have our full video with the movement. So here we have our second video. So here, oh, he's surprised, moves around, looking to everything. I really like it, so I'm adding it. And here now I can see this movement.
Will discover history. One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments.
Right. So he has the movement in a background. I'm going to remove the background again. I'm going to leave everything with a background. I can click here individually over the item, or I can click here on add backgrounds in bulk, click on empty, apply to all, and then for the layouts, everything. So no style, just keep it simple, and let's check it again.
One day, he waddled away from his icy home to explore famous monuments. From the majestic Eiffel Tower to ancient pyramids.
So here, then we can continue the process, render the video again, and that could be. So this is awesome. We can create our custom characters. So here, I could come here, click on characters, and start creating more characters if we need them. And we can create a lot of different types of videos with custom characters without us having to think really well on the characters and the process and having to worry about 1,000 different things. So this is super easy. Just remember that if you leave a comment in the video telling us what you liked about the video, what you would like to learn and everything, and then you come to VideoTok, click on the bottom right and leave us a comment with a screenshot of the YouTube comment or a link to the comment, we will give you a special discount to use inside videotok. So if you want to try custom characters inside videotok or any other features, just leave a comment in this video, and that will help us a lot. And I have something else to tell you. So if you come to the bottom of the video, you will see a newsletter link. You can click on the newsletter, subscribe to it. It's completely free. You don't have to do anything to subscribe to this newsletter. And then in the newsletter, we are going to share a lot of freebies, and I'm going to share a lot of tips, tutorials, and everything. In the freebies, you can expect like a database of hooks that you can use in your videos, a database of YouTube scripts that you can reuse, a database of image prompts that you can use to create better videos and everything. You can find all those freebies in our newsletter. We haven't launched it yet, but we will do once we reach a certain number of subscribers. So just if you want to get all those things also, remember that you can find the link at the bottom of the video and you can subscribe to this newsletter. So hope you like it, and see you in the next video of this full YouTube automation for faceless videos course, and we will learn much more things because we are not even in the middle of this YouTube course. So see you.